the Ukrainian troops continue to operate Russian positions on the Eastern Front. These recorded GoPro images belong to the 77th Amblete Brigade. Brigade troops enter a house and go to the defense position. Just a few meters ahead of the conflict with Russian troops begins. Drone pilots say he got the knowledge of a crowded Russian group coming from the radio. If the team continues to stay here, they will be at risk. They need to go out and attack. But it's not easy to get out of here. Ukrainian troops continue to shoot. On the one hand, they expect the support team to come. The operation is not progressing as they planned, because Russian troops began to block their place. They're trapped in this building. Now they have to make a plan to get out of here. Every passing moment is a disadvantage to them. They agree that they must continue to fight back. Ukrainian soldiers will spread out to various parts of the building and try to break out of this siege. Now the intensity of the conflict is increasing. Russian soldiers are trying all the ways to enter the building. If they find a gap that can be entered from any corner of the building, it will be very bad for Ukrainian soldiers. A few kilometers to the east, another Ukrainian force has launched an offensive against Russian forces, and this devastated village is now a war zone. The Donetsk region in eastern Ukraine has become one of the most intense battlegrounds in the ongoing war. Located in the Donetsk Oblast, this strategic town is a crucial part of Ukraine's defensive line. As Russian forces continue to advance in areas like Bakhmut and Avdiivka, the pressure on Donetsk is increasing. The significance of this region lies in its geographical position. Donetsk serves as a defensive barrier protecting key Ukrainian cities such as Kramatorsk and Sloviansk. If Russia manages to capture this area, Ukraine's defensive line will be severely compromised, putting other critical locations in Donbass at risk of encirclement. The soldiers of both countries have clashed here many times. The region is now completely destroyed. Ukrainian soldiers are visiting every ruin and house in the region, trying to push Russian troops away from the area. It seems that these clashes will continue here for a long time. Russian reconnaissance planes are being shot down by Ukrainian kamikaze drones. These drones are causing Russia millions of dollars in military losses. A car full of Russian infantry and an armored vehicle set out to attack the defense forces' positions in the direction of Donetsk. The vehicles were blown up by mines and hit by FPV drones. Russian forces suffered heavy losses. The remnants of the Russian infantry scattered in the ruins while UAVs began to hunt them down. The lack of armored vehicles forces the Russians to attack anything with 4 or 2 wheels. Such tactics greatly increase the Russians' chances of becoming targets. This vehicle is trying to escape, and a Russian soldier is running behind it, but he can't get very far, because he also hit a mine. There was a massive explosion. The surviving infantryman was left alone here. No one got out of the vehicle. No one could escape. Kamikaze drones were sent after the surviving Russian infantrymen. Another armored vehicle is attacked by a kamikaze drone. The vehicle's wheels are damaged. It can no longer move, but it still does everything it can to escape. Then another FPV drone attack comes. This infantry vehicle still hasn't exploded. But the Ukrainian drone attack continues. The vehicle is now completely immobile. Russian infantry gets out and starts running. They run towards the nearby ruins. All these soldiers are being watched by drones. And immediately the drone attacks on the Russian soldiers begin. They have nowhere to run. In such terrain, their chances of survival are very difficult. Now, the drones are after them. They don't have a vehicle left to escape. Tanks from the 12th Azov Brigade are conducting an operation against Russian soldiers in the direction of Donetsk. Russian troops are being blockaded with artillery and UAV attacks. After the tank attack, artillery units target the Russian soldiers' shelters. These soldiers have nowhere left to escape. Ukraine is employing a multi-layered defense strategy to hold on to Donetsk. The area is heavily fortified, with Ukrainian forces establishing a trench-based defense line. Underground tunnels, concrete fortifications, and minefields are being used to slow down the Russian advance. The Ukrainian military conducts swift and targeted raids on Russian positions using small assault units, inflicting casualties and disrupting enemy movements. Anti-tank guided missiles, particularly the Stugna-P, are effectively used to destroy Russian armored vehicles from long-range positions. Additionally, drone reconnaissance plays a crucial role in identifying enemy movements and adjusting artillery strikes accordingly. A building where Russian soldiers have taken shelter is discovered by drones. For several hours, the activities of this Russian team are monitored by drones. From time to time, the soldiers go up to the roof and check the surroundings. But now they have noticed the drone watching them. Now FPV drones carrying powerful explosives are attacking the building. This building is destroyed by a violent explosion. You can see the power of the explosive in the images. Moreover, it is not just a drone attack. These attacks are happening repeatedly. The Russian soldiers there have no chance of escape. Other Russian soldiers are also noticed in the same area. After secretly following them until they entered, that place was also blown up by a drone attack. This entire area is surrounded by Russian soldiers. Drones are following them all and destroying the houses, buildings, and ruins in the air. Drones have become a game changer in the battle for Donetsk, significantly influencing both reconnaissance and combat operations. Ukraine relies heavily on drones for intelligence gathering, targeting enemy positions, and adjusting artillery strikes in real time. FPV drones, kamikaze drones, and reconnaissance UAVs provide Ukrainian forces with a technological edge against Russian assaults. Ultimately, drones have transformed warfare by providing real-time intelligence and lethal precision strikes, making them a decisive factor in the battle for Donetsk. As both sides continue to adapt, drone warfare will likely play an even greater role in shaping the outcome of the conflict.